Hello, this is Annmaree again on Be Aware Holistic Healthcare. Thanks for watching. So today's letter we're doing is the letter T. So there'll be, excuse the pun, but a whole lot of tips associated with the Be Aware Holistic Healthcare model and the aspects within that model, which is body, mind, and emotional health. So T for body is going to be on tone. Now, the muscular system, I talk about systems every now and then in this short series. I'll go into further detail because I'm realizing more and more that people just, and quite rightly so, if you're not in healthcare as a professional person, then it's not part of your life and your passion. For me, the last personal interest with healthcare has been 47 years. So formal training, you're looking at about 35-ish, 33, and practicing 33. So it's really been a solid part of my life. So I love it. So muscle system, the skeletal muscle system, or we just talk about muscle system here, is everyone basically knows what muscle is, particularly those people that eat meat with great respect. Because that's what you're eating a lot of the times is the muscular part of the animal. The muscles in our human existence, they need to maintain their tone. What happens when you're around 30 is you start to, if you're not exercising, if you're just riding the wave and you're not looking after yourself with exercise and taking care of your diet and all that sort of thing, then your muscle tone is going to diminish about a percentage roughly every year in density. So muscular tone is really important to keep up as we get older, because as I keep saying, you don't have to grow old. You know, I'm 57 years young, and I really, really feel that it's just a matter of, it's harder work to stay active and feel the youthfulness and all that sort of an exuberation of life. It's just, you just have to put more effort in, which a younger person doesn't need to, because their cells are still operating at an optimal performance without having to do any work to get it like that. So tone for the muscular areas is extremely important. It doesn't have to be gym work. Weight bearing doesn't have to be with weights per se. You've just got to know or either get professional advice to show you how to maintain your muscles in their forms. And there'll be times in your life, particularly people out there that are carers for children, whether you're male or female or whatever gender you subscribe to, it doesn't worry me. The time will be less for you, so it's more important to do something through those years so that when you get to the independent children that you have, you're not totally starting from scratch. And it won't take long if you've had a few years off or decades off with serious personal care to get that back in, because cells have cellular memory, as a lot of us already know. So muscular tone for the physical body. And as I said before, that also includes foods. So foods that are very important for muscular tone are your proteins, your full proteins. Protein nutritional education is extremely vast, and I've done a lot of nutritional training. I'm not a nutritionalist, however, I've done a lot of nutritional training over the years, many years of it. And there are a number of amino acids that will be needed to complete the complete protein perspective. And that will be in your foods, such as your animal products, whether it's dairy, flesh, butter's an exception, but everything else that's animal, pretty much, from what I can think straight away, has complete protein. So if you're eating those, you don't have to think about filling the void. But if you're a vegetarian, which I've been for 2 decades in my life, and I'm sort of going down that pathway again, then you need to make sure that you're plant-based or lacto-ovo vegetarian, meaning that you're a vegetarian who has eggs and dairy. then you need to make sure that when you're having the plants only, you have complete protein in those meals. Some of my colleagues don't advocate it needs to be every meal. I'm a stress physiologist. That was what I did in my master's degree, so I really know it well. And I don't feel there's a logic reason why 2 meals of the day or 1 meal of the day is going to if you go without it, you're going to do as good as if you did, because that means the body's got to work harder. It just makes sense. So have complete protein in every meal, and that will help with your tonification of your muscles, because you're providing those nutrients that the body needs rather than it stripping it down, because that's what catabolism is. That's one of the metabolic processes, catabolism and anabolism. And the anabolism builds up and the catabolism breaks down. So we want to have the foods we need so that when we're doing our exercise activity, we're doing it well. And a major caution here, having done also biology of aging as well as biology of cancer, as well as a formal course in cancer, which gave me the platform to do be part of a seminar, that conference that went around the world. Splitting up, if you're a builder, weight builder, and you have amino acids, please consider having it as a food, because there are certain amino acids that feed cancer and aging cells. So yeah, whole foods, so much better. Holistic life, whole foods as much as you can. So yeah, so muscle activity, exercise, doesn't matter how old you are. You know, even if you're sitting in a chair or you're bedridden. When I fell off the cliff trying to see if someone was okay, first police helicopter in Victoria, and I was in skeletal traction for 6 weeks. I was told 4 months, but I did all my exercises in bed and I was flat on my back. So there's no excuse. If you're in bed, there's still exercises you can do, and get professional help if you're not sure what they are. So that's the body. The mind, T word, is thought. Now, sounds simple. Think, thought, mind, of course. In my definition, the mind is merely the container that holds the movement and stillness of thought. Yes, it's expanded in my book. That's almost at the end in the process. However, that's the simplicity of it. So the vibrational movement of how we're thinking will play a part on how we behave and how we feel. And so just take example motivation. So if you're having a little bit of a low motivation, rather than analyze why and go over it, just think about where your life is in that moment. Think about what you've achieved so far, you know, because so many people out there whip themselves. I mean, it's part of, I won't say just Western society, being a Westerner. It's part of Eastern society as well, particularly in the, dare I say it, the North Asian sort of areas are very, very highly pressured. I remember statistically hearing about the uni students in Japan and how there's a high level of suicide due to the high pressure. I've actually nursed a lady from over there, a student over there who had a serious accident because of pressure she felt. So, you know, Asian and Western people, humans, we seem to put so much pressure. I hesitate to say we, so many people, and we feel guilty when we are just chilling. So when you're thinking and you're whipping yourself in a reflective moment and thinking, oh, I should have done that, or I should have done this, just have a thought, have a moment of no thought, and remember how far you've come. You know, and regardless of what you may have not liked in the past, or you may have done that you've regret, just remember have a moment and reflect on all the wonderful things that you've done in your life, like being able to appreciate the life that you've been given, to get up in the morning and be able to walk, which not all of us can or have. I've been in that situation where I haven't been able to walk. So, you know, remember just how valuable your existence that you have now and what it is in your thoughts that can help you to move forward in your purpose, what you're being blessed with as a gift. Because we've all got a gift. People are saying this and have been saying this, you know, the great sages. We're all being blessed with something to help our fellow life beings, whether it's animals, plants, or humans, or whoever, because, you know, the universe is huge. Let's not just think about this as us as being one entity here. There are many beings that are from heaven. That's a whole nother picture if it hasn't entered your mind. Just think how vast you are and how vast your talents can go when you just think. Not so much positive, because we can be positively negative. People can be positively negative and down all the time. That's their stuff. Think about what it is that you would absolutely be grateful for from the past and allow that to drive you through, whether it's just a simple process of getting up and doing your tonification. So think, I am motivated today. I may not do 2 hours. I might only do 5 minutes, but that's okay, whatever it is. And if you're not having that sort of motivated day, then enjoy the chillness and the non-activity that you would have preferred to have done. Just enjoy it. So be more, be aware, which is the reason why I named it this, the model. So just be aware of where your thoughts are, because that's very important for mind health. And then there's the last of the three, which is the emotions. So the T word that I want to use for association with helping with holistic health is touch. Now, we as human beings, we are natural human beings for touch. You know, and if you live on your own and you don't have many interactions with human beings, that's okay. And this is just pure touch. This has nothing to do with sexual. Not that there's anything wrong with sexual, but this is not what I'm talking about. This is just pure touch. We have beautiful cells and proprioceptors in our skin, and it activates a sense. Remember, the skin is the direct contact with our environment, and we can feel, have a moment of feeling within us where we feel uncomfortable or something of the environment. Just touch yourself. This is a natural reason why, one of the reasons why when people close their arms, if they're not cold, because they want to close off the energy from the outside. So on a positive, a more productive note, then you can just, you know, give yourself a hand massage, or massage your feet, but touch is a very, very important aspect, especially if you're on your own and you're not having interaction. I remember seeing a beautiful video of a doctor who'd gone up to a lady in recent times, because of course, you know, this supposed benefit of non-contact, which is very questionable, particularly in science papers as well, because touch can increase your endorphins and your sense of happiness and joy, and that increases your immunity, and I could go on for a while there. However, this doctor came across a beautiful lady, and she was, when he hugged her, because she was so scared, you know, Duncan, and he hugged her and said, "You don't need to worry." And he gave her a hug. She said, "I haven't been hugged for about 2 years," or whatever it was. Now that's criminal. That is really criminal that people actually think this thought now. A lot of pathogens, and I mean a lot, particularly respiratory ones, they are not contagious through the skin. So, you know, if you want to go down those thoughts of not doing that, that's your choice. However, people that are fearful, you don't need to be fearful. So touch, very important for our emotions and how we feel. How we think, very important for our mind awareness, and how we are using our physicality, our muscular tone for strength is incredibly important for our strength in our body, including cardiovascular and respiratory, which is very poignant at the moment. So hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in video land, and have a beautiful day. Love always. Namaste.